This video is sponsored by the Lego Group. When the Lego Group asked me if I wanted to be involved in... Yes, I do. It could have let me finish. Okay, so here's the deal. The Lego Group have sent me a whole bunch of Lego Minecraft sets, and they've given me the challenge to, quote, build your world. They want me to remake some of the best moments from my Minecraft series. And there's only really one thing that comes to mind when you talk about my favorite moments from Hermitcraft Season 8. And that is the BOATEM hole. Just think about all the glorious moments we've had in this specific spot.
No.
Hold on. Okay, careful with the jump though, you might hit your head. Oh
no! Okay, here we go! Did it trigger? Did it trigger? Oh, come on! Everyone make their way. I might as well do this myself now. Did I fall through? I didn't trigger it. Oh, you? Right.
It's above there.
Scar!
No,
Scar!
No! I don't have any rockets. Throw me some rockets.
I can't, Scar. I can't.
Goodbye. No, I went too far.
Stop! You did it.
Wow. No. I don't actually have rockets. Away we go like Mary Poppins.
Scar, what are you doing? Scar? Now, the issue is that the BOATEM hole is not particularly easy to recreate out of Lego bricks, especially in the way that we play Minecraft here. So, what I think we should do, if we're going to be recreating this in Lego bricks, is take a cross section, a big chunk of land, and try and recreate it as if it was a giant ant farm. Basically, just like this. As you can see, we got our Mumbo meeting room. You can see the hole that goes all the way down to Bedrock, and I've done just a little bit of cleaning up to make sure that the stone hasn't got loads of holes in it everywhere. Now, it's important to remember that this here, this big cross section, is just a reference image. I don't think the Lego brick recreation of this should be completely flat, but it's a very, very good starting point. And one thing's for sure, this is very, very tall. So we're going to be needing quite a lot of Lego Minecraft sets. So let's see what exactly we have. Here's what we have to work with. A bunch of versatile Lego Minecraft sets. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of them. And I've got a couple of supplementary sets here as well. And you know what? The size of this thing that I want to build, I still don't think that there's enough grey Lego bricks in these sets. So that meant a quick stop to my local Lego store and the pick and build wall, where I was able to pick up everything I needed. Shout out to Lauren for her amazing help. Okay, I think... Surely this is enough. Surely this is more than I could ever need, I hope. What we need to do is start opening this up and get started. One thing's for sure, I don't think we're going to be needing these because we're going off script completely. I also have to contend with the fact that I'll be dealing with some very curious little kitters that want to play with Lego bricks just as much as I do. I'll be honest, I'm not sure I've thought this through. I think the first thing I need to do is kind of organise these a bit better. Okay, so we've got everything organised. Let's hop back into Minecraft. So now we need to figure out how we're going to approach building this. Now, I have an idea. Instead of just starting from the bottom, what we need to do is define the scale. What we're going to do is essentially build the potato Mumbo with the Grian hair and go on the basis that a single 2x2 Lego brick will be one block, and we'll see what it looks like, and if it works out, then the scale will be set effectively like that. So I attempted to make a quick Mumbo Face, and I had a bit of a learning curve with Lego bricks. No. It turns out that gravity is something you have to contend with, and make sure that you put backing bricks on every single part or it will just all come apart. Considering that this is the first Lego brick creation I've made without instructions in about 20 years, I think I pretty much nailed it. I got exactly what I wanted to create from the reference picture. What I did learn, however, is that Lego bricks seem to be a little bit wider than they are tall, which is not the same in Minecraft, where everything is exactly a perfect cube. To compensate for that, I have to shave off a few bricks either side of the build to try and create a more square approach. Now that I've done that exercise and I understand the scale, it's time to get started properly. And it's very important that I spend time at the start of this creating the strongest base plate possible. Everything on this foundation has to take the weight and the height of what I'm about to create. So I kind of overdid it with linking up all of those base bricks and getting them to be as strong as possible.
So what we got here is our very first layer. This is the bedrock, and I've tried to make it as sort of like blocky and out there and not as flat as possible. Now what we're going to do is just keep building upwards, but I've got a very difficult task now because essentially the room has a bubble right here. So I've got to make sure that it's structurally sound round the back, which is something I don't have to deal with in Minecraft, is gravity and physics. So let's go.
We're about to find out whether my building skills in Minecraft translate into building well with Lego bricks. Using very similar methodology, I'm using a gradient to go from darker colours to lighter colours. The only difference is here that there aren't quite as many shades of these colours as there is in Minecraft. But the difference is with Lego bricks is that there are much more varied shapes. Instead of just single cubes, there are some with slants on them, there's some with textures on them. You got this wonderful brick pattern that I have a lot of Lego bricks of. So I'm going to be using all the different kinds of bricks, especially the ones that have come in the Lego Minecraft sets, to try and create a cliff face that isn't completely flat.
There's been quite a lot of building, so why don't we take a very quick, cute little cutter break. Look at them. Oh, they're all tuckered out from chasing Lego bricks round the room. Oh, I'm gonna die! Okay, so let's just quickly talk about what I've got going on here. So as you can see, I've got 3 layers. I've got the black down here for the bedrock, then the grey, then the light grey. The issue is I'm already running out. I've already run out of black, I've already run out of dark grey, and I'm running out of grey bricks already. So I'm gonna have to get creative by adding some more things like this, which are like granite, and I'm gonna have to get very creative in order to conserve those very valuable blocks. I think this is going pretty well. Right here, I've got myself a waterfall, which I thought was quite clever, and it's got a lot of shape going on. So let's continue.
So my favourite feature of this build so far is on the right hand side, which is the waterfall. I wanted to create a little indent, and this isn't in the source reference material at all. There is no underground waterfall in this build, but I saw these translucent blue Lego bricks. They were actually used as waterfalls in the Lego Minecraft sets, and I thought this would work really well in this build, and it's going to help break up this enormous structure. So the other thing that I've done is you can see diorite and granite. It could be lava or granite, it doesn't really matter. I just had to use a different color to try and take up some space that isn't light gray, because I definitely was running out.
Maui, what do I do with you? You've only been seeing what's been going on in the front. I need to kind of inform you of what's been going on in the back. Of my shortage of grey bricks. I've had to resort to using anything that's not seen in a different colour, and I've had to reinforce this structure with these pillars, which has actually gone surprisingly well. The only issue now is that I need to get a strong foundation for the next bit. So to give you an idea of how much we've got left, we're just over halfway, and then we've got one of these on top. I'm not sure I have enough Lego bricks, but we're going to find out. I've created a couple of plates out of various parts to put on the top to give myself a bit more of a foundation. And then from there, we just need to get the Mumbo meeting room done, and I think we're good.
Even if I had thousands more Lego bricks, you know I probably wouldn't have done the back anyway. So what I'm moving on to now is the all-important feature of the meeting room in the BOATEM hole. And this one posed a bit of a challenge because it's obviously quite deep into the structure, which is why I had to spend all that time on the back creating the support so this thing doesn't fall apart. And you know what? You can't see it in the video, but it is pretty sturdy. You can shake it around, it's not gonna fall, it's not precarious at all. I don't know how it was done completely by accident. I expected this thing to fall over and collapse, but it didn't. So this room was looking a little bit bland. It was all pretty straight walls, which isn't what I've gone for the rest of the build. So what I attempted to do was create something that isn't there in the source material and create pillars with arches, and tried my best to recreate some redstone lamps with the translucent tiny little Lego bricks that you see there and attach them to the front. Trying to create something that isn't just like the bland straight white room, and I think it came out pretty cool. And then it was time to build up the rest of the grey blocks either side and meet over the middle. I am running desperately short of grey bricks at this point. I am scraping the bottom of the barrel and using as many of those tiny 2x1 grey Lego bricks, and by the time I got to this point, I was like, okay, I just have to start putting the dirt in. Fortunately for me, it was just enough to reach the height that I was after. After that, it became pretty simple. I created the rest of the dirt on top and then layered over the green Lego bricks that were just quite flat pieces to make it look like grass on top of dirt, the same way that you would see a grass block in Minecraft. After that, I had some help from my wife, who made a few Minecraft trees for me to put on top of this thing, and the all-important thing right at the end was to create the actual BOATEM pole. I needed to somehow make some floating crafting benches and boats, and with a little bit of intricate design, I think I managed to do it. You might be able to see where it's attached, but it looks like it's floating to me. I'm pretty proud of it. So now that the Lego BOATEM hole is complete, it's time to recreate a couple of really good moments. You're probably wondering how I got here.
No, I went too far.
Right, so let's compare side by side the real BOATEM hole with the Lego BOATEM hole. And I've got to tell you right now, I absolutely prefer the Lego BOATEM hole. I think the texture and the depth and the detail that I somewhat made accidentally experimenting with all the different kinds of Lego bricks that I had available has produced something that looks absolutely mesmerizing. There's so much to look at with so few bricks. They are layered on top of each other in a way that makes it look like it's a cliff face, but also still a cross section. Some of my favorite features, of course, are the stacked boats, our lovely Mumbo Tato machine with his little suit and his hands and his little bow tie. It's amazing. This is one of my favorite bits, but I also really like the waterfall at the bottom and the shapes of the entire thing as we move through. And all the little tricks that I had to do to conserve light grey bricks, such as attaching plates to the sides of the cliff to hide other coloured bricks. And the back is an absolute mess of different coloured bricks all over the shop. So I'd love to know exactly what you thought of this Lego creation. Did I nail it? Is it not good enough? Is it not similar enough? One thing is for sure, I spent a week building this thing and I absolutely loved every second of it. If you want to check out some Lego Minecraft sets of your own, check the link in the description that will take you to the Lego website. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye!